I've been noticing a trend with the Obamas, and it all started in the latter part of 2024. What coincides with that time is Trump won the election. The Obamas, like many liberals, were utterly shocked that their influence didn't have influence. They could not convince a Black American like myself to go out and vote for something that didn't benefit me. Their scare tactics failed. You know, Black Americans, we were raised vote blue no matter who. And you know, those Republicans hate Black people. You know, they're racist. So, in this video, I just want to talk about this trend that I'm seeing. Michelle Obama and her brother Craig Robinson launched their podcast, in my opinion, with Michelle Obama and Craig Robinson on March 12th, 2025. A few months ago, Michelle attended the Boy Is Mine tour. I love Brandy. Love Brandy. Michelle made sure that she got a picture to prove she was there. Most people I know in the Obama's age demographic, they don't listen to Brandy and Monica. There are a lot of Gen Xers that listen to them, but you're not going to find a mass of baby boomers that listen to them enough to go out and buy tickets to see them. And the Obamas are technically baby boomers. They come at the very end of that generation. Some identify them as Generation Jones because they are on the cusp of the beginning of Generation X. And so now, this past weekend, they're sitting courtside at the NBA All-Star game. I know they've been to games in the past during regular season, but I've never seen them during the 8 years that they were in office at an NBA All-Star game. I do clearly remember when Bill Clinton showed up at an NBA All-Star game. It's a political strategy. It's a political maneuver. They want to show that they have a connection with the people. And when you realize that you have something valuable, you don't just give it away. And I'm talking about our vote. You want my vote? Well, you have to give me something in return for my vote. Now, full disclosure, I voted for President Obama not once, but twice. So I'm not some undercover Republican. I'm more so a dissatisfied constituent, a disgruntled customer, and I want a refund. I'm actually a little bit embarrassed to admit that I voted for him twice because there are Black Americans who only voted for him his first term. And in their words, they saw the game. So I was tricked twice for not doing my due diligence, Obama. So right now, I have the mindset of don't come demanding a vote from me. Demand it from the people who you helped the most. Black Americans, we have been trained to accept abuse, to accept neglect. Perfect example. Many in our community work on jobs and in careers where we are not fully compensated. Studies continue to show that a Black American makes less than a white American doing the exact job. I'm an entrepreneur, by the way. Another form of neglect is the plight of single mothers in our community. Many have babies by men who up and leave them to raise their kids alone. That's abuse, that's neglect. And politicians are well aware, they're very astute of the trauma that takes place in our community, and they play on that, they exploit that. Listen, there is no way you're going to come and ask for my vote and in many instances demand my vote and tell me when you get in office, I'm going to financially support first-generation immigrants so they can become homeowners. And for you, Black Americans, that helped build this country and was never compensated for that, we're going to give you Juneteenth. Is that okay for you all? Is that okay? Is that okay for us? I don't need another holiday. I would rather have the younger Black Americans receive financial support to become homeowners, to build generational wealth, because that's what happened to white Americans. And Black Americans were excluded from that. That's all detailed in The Color of Law by Richard Rothstein. Speaking of homeownership, my husband and I were in Oahu a few years ago, and guess whose house we drove by? It was the Obamas. It was in the process of being fully renovated, sitting pretty off of the Pacific. That's generational wealth that Sasha and Malia will inherit. Juneteenth doesn't have any built-in wealth to claim from it. I think it's plausible to say that the Obamas and other Black politicians like them know they have lost a segment of the Black American community. But they're tenacious. They are still on the hunt. And I encourage you to ask any politician, whether they are Republican, Independent, Democrat, Green, whatever color, whatever party, ask them what's in it for me. Because my vote is not for free.
You can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first and they put you last. Because you're a chump.